organic, unpredictable, unknown, lovely, beautiful, a sense of fulfillment. This is part of the pleasures of life and not the chores of life.
Coming up on Daily Iowan TV Update, we'll bring you more on the University of Iowa student who was allegedly told to leave the Coralville Petco because of her skin color. And later, arts, we take a peek at the Mission Creek Festival.
We have more NFL prospect interviews.
And we take a look at one track star traveling down to the University of Arizona to compete for the Hawkeyes.
The sun has finally come out. Find out if it will stick around during weather.
All that and more coming up. Daily Iowan TV starts now. Good morning, and thanks for tuning in to Daily Iowan TV. I'm Ryan Scott. Yesterday, we told you about a woman who says she was kicked out of the Coralville Petco because of her skin color. Daily Iowan TV reporter Cole Johnson got a chance to speak with her and has the details.
Chelsea Montgomery is a dog trainer in the Iowa City area who focuses on personal canine training. On Wednesday night, she headed to the Coralville Petco to work with one of her dogs, Onyx, in a high stimuli environment.
I had walked in the store. And one of the employees immediately within the first 15 to 30 seconds of me coming in the store confronted me and said, "You need to get out."
Chelsea says that she's been harassed and called racial slurs over the last 2 months. On Wednesday, she was allegedly told to leave the store.
And at first I didn't think it was racial, okay? Even though, I dealt with the harassment in the past, I was thinking maybe she meant trainers aren't allowed here.
But Chelsea says she talked to corporate about their policy on trainers.
I asked if it is legal and with their policy for an outside trainer to train in Petco. Corporate said yes.
After leaving the store, Chelsea turned to Facebook to share her frustration with her experience at Petco. The video has since gained over 2,000 shares.
I wanted to see if anyone else was having these issues. I wanted to hear people's thoughts about, was I in the wrong?
Even though she has received some negative comments on her video, Chelsea just wants people to walk away from the situation with one thing in mind.
This community should be about equality. Whether you're black, whether you're white, whether you're, you have a different sexuality, it should be about equality always.
We reached out to Petco and they declined to comment at this time. Reporting in Coralville, Cole Johnson, Daily Iowan TV.
On Wednesday, the University of Iowa hosted its first ever mental health fair, and today the World Health Organization is hosting its annual World Health Day. The year's topic is depression. Paula Keaton, the Associate Director and Director of Clinical Services for University Counseling Services, says that the university celebrated mental health awareness by hosting the Mental Health Fair. The event hosted 17 different organizations that focused on mental health. It also provides students with resources on how to get help. For more information about the Mental Health Fair, check out today's edition of the Daily Iowan. Comedians, musicians, authors, and more have been performing in Iowa City this week. A popular annual arts and music festival has been going on all week and will continue into the weekend. Mackenzie Cooper tells us more.
On Tuesday night, the 12th annual Mission Creek Festival kicked off. While events have been going on all week, it's not too late to see what the festival has to offer. The Mission Creek Festival isn't just a music festival, it celebrates all of the arts. Authors, comedians, musicians, and artists have made their way to Iowa City to continue with the celebration year after year.
I would hope that it's increased impact to the arts. Just by the very nature and design of the festival, it requires a lot of partnership between a lot of different entities and cultural presenting entities in downtown Iowa City.
Those partnerships are with many restaurants and businesses in the Iowa City area. Events will continue through Sunday around downtown Iowa City. One thing that makes this year's festival unique is its use of Hancher Auditorium, which took place on Tuesday.
Partnering with Hancher to bring Andrew Bird here, as well as My Brightest Diamond, and doing a paired reading before the concert with Kelly Link is kind of a whole new format for us.
Individual tickets are still available for events this weekend. You can find them at missioncreekfestival.com. Reporting from Hancher Auditorium, this is Mackenzie Cooper, Daily Iowan TV.
Well, I'm joined at the desk here by Mackenzie Cooper, our weather expert. Mackenzie, that looks like a lot of fun. I definitely am thinking about checking out a few days of the festival. What about you?
Yeah, definitely. They have some really good shows this weekend.
Well, moving on to weather, how's it looking this week?
Well, after another super gloomy week, it's finally nice to see that the sun has come out.
Fine.
And on the bright side, it will be sticking around for most of the weekend. This morning will be sunny with a high of 50 degrees. The sun will stick around into the afternoon and a high of 57 is expected. Partly cloudy skies and a high of 54 is what we will be seeing in the evening hours. Saturday morning will be sunny with a high of 60. Now let's take a look at our 6-day extended forecast. Saturday afternoon and evening will be cloudy but much warmer with a high expected of 71 degrees. Sunday will be the warmest day of the week with a high reaching the mid-70s and cloudy skies. Monday will cool down a bit with a high in the mid-60s, but the sun will be shining. The clouds will come back Tuesday and a high in the upper 50s is expected. Mostly sunny skies are expected for Wednesday with a temperature in the low 60s. Get your umbrellas ready because the rain will return on Thursday with a high in the mid-60s. That's your weather for this week. Ryan, back to you.
Thanks, Kinsey. University of Iowa Student Government Senator Brooke Kimbrough has taken the initiative to get ethnic hair care products in the IMU, Hawk Shop, and C-stores across campus. Kimbrough initiative with the intent to provide a diversity of ethnic hair care products to students of color. With the positive feedback she received from Black students and the student government, she hopes to make popular brands such as Shea Moisture more accessible to the Iowa City area. For more information, grab a copy of the Daily Iowan. Following a bill passed in March, Iowans may no longer need to travel to neighboring states to purchase fireworks. The legislation, known as Senate File 489, passed 34-14 after it cleared the Iowa Senate State Government Committee. The consumer fireworks will be legal to buy from June to July 8th and December 10th to January 3rd. For more information, check out today's copy of the Daily Iowan. The $89.9 million Kinnick Stadium renovations has begun. The work is not expected to affect the Hawkeye spring football game, which will be taking place on April 21st. The beginning renovations will be taking place under the north end zone, and the work will be on the sewer and water lines. Following that, the turf will be replaced, and that is expected to be finished by the start of the Hawkeyes' 2017 football season, which kicks off September 2nd. Well, speaking of football, the spring season is underway. Let's toss it over to Liv Corbett and Zach Lohman in the sports studio with more.
Yeah, Ryan, as always, we have a busy weekend for Hawkeye sports, kicking off with Iowa football, having their practice in Des Moines tonight.
And Iowa baseball travels down to Evanston to see if they can keep their win streak going against the Wildcats.
This weekend, the track team will be competing at the Jim Click Shootout at the University of Arizona. One Hawkeye who is sure to make an impact is sophomore discus thrower Reno Tafuli.
Sophomore Reno Tafuli is coming off being named Big Ten Field Athlete of the Week after posting a top 5 time nationally. During the indoor season, Reno led the team in shot put and weight throw. In the shot put event, Reno scored the 3rd best distance in Iowa history. However, Reno is looking to improve from indoor and have a strong transition to the outdoor season.
Indoor went well, started off slow, but I got 4th in the Big Ten, so that's not bad. Outdoor started off pretty good, had a good mark in discus, was number 1 for about a week. I think I'm about 4 now, but hopefully after this weekend I'll be back on top.
In order for Reno to take back the top mark nationally, he says it'll all come down to how he practices.
I've been practicing well this week, and last week didn't have a meet, so I've had extra time to practice. Just got to remember what I need to do, got to feel it when I'm on Saturday morning when I have to throw. Just got to remember what I need to do, get in the zone, and just put everything I have into it.
Reno's ranking nationally has since fallen to 21st, with his teammate Avery Myers taking the 15th spot. Reno will rely on sticking to his routine to get back on top.
I practice pretty heavy over here, so it's just consistency and keep practicing and keep lifting and stick to it.
You can catch Reno and the rest of the Hawkeyes compete in Iowa's only home outdoor meet of the season, April 22nd. Reporting from outside the track field, this has been Lucy Rodine, Daily Iowan TV Sports.
Reno improved his mark to the 5th best in Iowa history last weekend at the University of Florida Relays.
Moving on to Iowa football, we have more NFL prospect interviews. First up, reporter Mary-Kate Harrion sat down with former Iowa quarterback C.J. Beathard about his journey to the draft.
Guys, I'm here with former Iowa quarterback C.J. Beathard, so thank you for being here. and then you redshirted, obviously your freshman year. So what did that do for you as a quarterback that helped you in the future?
Yeah, I think it was great. It was a big part of my progression, becoming a better quarterback, because we had a senior quarterback at the time, and James Vandenberg, and he was really good at what he did. He knew the offense in and out, and really helped me progress as a player and as a quarterback, and taught me a lot. And then obviously after that, it was open for competition the next couple of years, kind of battled in and out. It was frustrating at times because I felt like I was a better quarterback, and I knew that. But I just knew if I kept working and kept chipping away at it, the right thing would happen. It'd all work out, and it did. And I ended up starting for junior and senior year, and ended up being great.
And on your senior season, what did that end up teaching you quarterback-wise, then going into preparing now for the draft?
Yeah, it taught me a lot. It taught me how to handle the ups and downs of football and life in general. I mean, it was a tough season. There was a lot of times where you can look back and be frustrated and stressed out, but you really learn. It's easy to be on top and be a leader when everything's going easy. When you are 12-0, it's about how do you come back and how do you handle situations when they're not going to plan and not going as perfect as you expected them to go. So I think those seniors, we kind of grabbed the reins and steered the season right towards the end, and I think you learned a lot about ourselves and as a team that year.
That is all we have for you. So thank you for being here, and good luck with everything in the future.
Thank you. I appreciate it. Thanks for having me.
Katie Sexler sat down with top prospect Desmond King, who is expected to be a top pick in the NFL draft.
We will continue with our NFL prospect interviews next week. Now tune in on Monday for more on Iowa football's trip down to Des Moines.
And a recap from Iowa women's soccer as they get back on the field this weekend. Brian, back to you.
Thanks, guys. Iowa native and astronaut Peggy Whitson has broken several records, such as being the first woman to command the International Space Station and being the oldest woman in space. And now she's on her way to breaking another record. On Sunday, she will become the only woman to command the ISS twice, and after adding an additional 3 months to her expedition, she will break the record for the most days spent in space. Well, that's it for this edition of Daily Iowan TV. Be sure to stay up to date with everything Johnson County by watching our live broadcast every Monday through Friday at 8:30 a.m. on dailyiowan.com. Also, be sure to pick up today's copy of the Daily Iowan. Thanks for tuning in, and have a great day, Iowa City.
Can't pick up a copy of the Daily Iowan? Are you worried about how you're going to find out about the latest news in Iowa City and the University of Iowa? Well, look no further. You can download the Daily Iowan mobile app on your iPhone for the area's best news coverage. And you can also read and watch us on your iPad. You can always find current and past Daily Iowan stories at dailyiowan.com. The Daily Iowan is now on TV, online, and in your pocket. If it happens, it's news to us.